Good morning! Dean here, of course. We are on the way to Internet Profits HQ this fine sunny morning here in England. Welcome to today's drive. Let's jump right in.
The Drive.
What is happening, my friend? How you doing? Dean here, of course. Welcome to another day. Welcome to today's drive. So, this morning I'm going to talk about something that I heard while listening to a YouTube video, should I say, this morning when I was getting showered. Just before I do, some exciting things that we've been figuring out over the past few days in the office. So, you may or may not know, but when we moved into this office, when we sort of built this place, because it was just like an empty shell. There was no walls, there was no floor, there was nothing. We literally, you know, I invested a lot of money, like 6 figures in dollars, to basically make this place amazing. And inside of there, one of the rooms that we have is actually our video studio, where we do a lot of our filming. You know, we've got a green screen wall. We have like a whiteboard area so that, you know, I can do demonstrations and be drawing things out. But one of the, probably my most exciting thing that we've done in that room just recently is we have built a live stream center, as in like an area and a setup for doing live streaming. And it's really awesome. It's like, you know, just actual like live broadcasting as such. You know, it's like, you know, I'm sitting at a desk. You know, there's awesome things behind me like a screen, and you know, I've got the laptop on the desk, and the streaming can transition between looking at me on camera and seeing what's on my screen. So I can be presenting things live and broadcasting live on places like Facebook or into our private groups or even on YouTube. And really excited at the potential, because it's going to give us basically the ability to now do higher quality, higher value live broadcasts on these platforms. And couldn't be more excited by it. So this week we actually started testing it. And it's not perfect yet. We've not got it right. So we tested it for the first time a couple of days ago, and we had a visual problem. So when I moved, so like when my hand moved, it would go all pixelated. Strange issue. And we had an audio issue as well. So the audio, the first test, was very crackly, very low volume and crackly, not good. And so we tested again yesterday, and the visual, the like image, was much better. No problems there really, but still not great audio. Still haven't cracked that yesterday. So whilst it was crackly in parts, the crackliness had kind of gone, but it was very low volume. So yesterday afternoon, Adam was working on this, and he thinks we might have solved it. So today we're going to test a third time, and hopefully by the end of this week or next, we'll actually be able to publicly do these live streams and live broadcasts, which would be amazing. So that's kind of one of the exciting things happening behind the scenes here at Internet Profits. Now, what did I hear? Well, actually, funny enough, it kind of goes hand in hand with kind of the message of what I was just talking about. And I was talking to this with our certified partners yesterday in our certified partner program. And I was talking about the fact of not trying to get everything perfect before you get it out there. So, you know, it's kind of a good case in point with regards to our live broadcasting. So, you know, we could have created a private group and broadcasted in there, and nobody known that we were doing this testing, and nobody seen the imperfections and the issues. But we decided, well, what the heck, let's get it out there, let's see what happens. And so we did our first test 2 days ago, as I say, and we did it sort of live inside of a group with our certified partners, you know, over, you know, about 1,000 people in there, obviously most not active, but you know, we went straight live into there, and you know, a dozen or so people, you know, 10 to 20 people joined us live in the group and was able to give us their feedback. And you know, yesterday, same thing. And it's a really important lesson. You know, if I look back, I used to not put anything out, or not want to, or be very afraid to put anything out, or do a lot of things for fear of getting it wrong, for fear of making mistakes, for fear of being judged, for fear of it, you know, me not liking it and judging myself, for fear of failure, for fear of like being laughed at, people thinking it was ridiculous, low quality, all these kind of things. But you know what I realize now is that actually, you know, just getting it done and getting it out there, and then making improvements and changes once it is the best possible thing you could do. Like, I could have spent the next week trying to get this live broadcasting right behind the scenes with my team, but instead we put it out there, and now we're improving each day. And you've got to get in that habit of just getting stuff out there. Perhaps you've been putting off recording a video. Grab your camera, get it out there. Perhaps you've been putting off doing your very first live. Just hit live and start talking. Just go at it. Perhaps you've been putting off creating your first paid ad. Perhaps you've been putting off doing your first social media post. Perhaps you've been putting off launching that new product. Perhaps you've been putting off creating that higher ticket program, launching that mastermind, creating that webinar, broadcasting that webinar, whatever it might be. You know, if you've been putting things off and delaying things because you've got your own internal fears, you have to just get out of that mindset and just get it out there. Because here's the truth. Your fears, most of them, many of them, are never going to come true. But some of them, they will. You know, like, some people won't like you. Some people won't like your video. Some people won't like your product. Some people won't think it's great for them, right? But you're not trying to please everyone, and that's what you've got to break out of. So the moral and the lesson of today, and the message of today's drive, is don't try and seek perfection in what you do. And don't hold yourself back because of the fears you're telling yourself. When you do things for the first time, it's likely going to suck. It's likely not going to be great, okay? But if you never do something, if you never do that thing, you will always stay in that state. You will never get better. So you've got to start doing, improve, get better, and get it out there. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that just gives even just one person that nudge to say, I have been putting off that thing. You know what? Dean's right. I'm going to do it. So I wish you the very best of luck. And if you do it, please do leave a comment, like, share this. You know, let us know what you've been putting off. Join in the conversation. And of course, if you're with us on YouTube, join the family, subscribe, and don't miss out on any of these daily videos. So thanks for joining me. Take care. Have a great one. See you soon.